Hi, this is OtakuSolutions. Following our hierarchy overview, today we'll explain the layers in BipedPlus. BipedPlus includes various layer elements by default. Let me explain what role each one plays. As I mentioned before, layers are simply tools for organizing nodes. The most important thing is that hierarchy is the foundation. In Korea, many studios tend to look at the layer view more often than the rigging hierarchy, which is a bit unusual. The layer is not the main view. The key in rigging is organizing via the hierarchy. Let's talk about the layers. The Biped layer contains only biped nodes. The Ctrl layer is a layer that collects all the basic controllers. Custom controllers like bracelets, capes, or pockets should mostly be stored in this Ctrl layer. The Ctrl seg layer collects fine control controllers like twist controllers and seg controllers. It includes pin-style controllers that implement BipedPlus' stretch squash feature. The shape-based controller elements belong to this category. There are controllers for adjusting joint positions in figure mode. They have init in their names. The init Ctrl layer is a layer that collects only those init controllers. Along with init controllers, helper bones that assist with judgment are also gathered here. The modeling layer is currently empty, but it's used when you create modeling like a hat mod hat or a pocket mod pocket. All such modeling data should be placed in this modeling layer. This modeling data should also be placed in the hierarchies group at the same time. The skin layer contains only skin bone data. When exporting to engines like Unity or Unreal, skin bone and modeling data are the most fundamental data. This layer collects all that skin bone data here. Before BipedPlus, controllers and skin bones often served the same role. In BipedPlus, these are clearly separated, improving stability and clarity. This may add some complexity for animators, but we're doing our best to provide guide videos to help. Skin bones are gathered here too, and there are also helper type nodes that don't belong to any specific layer. These belong to the system group. The system layer has two rules. Rule number 1: nodes that don't need to be under any hierarchy, they just need to exist in the scene. Rule number 2: nodes that animators never need to touch. If either rule applies, place it in the Sys layer. If either rule applies, it's a system node. Most of the time you won't need to deal with this directly. When in doubt, just put the node in the system group. For example, offsets should not be touched by animators. Controllers go in the Ctrl layer, while offsets and other hands-off elements go in the system layer. Use that judgment as the basis for what goes into the system layer. The most important thing is just distinguishing skin, controller, and modeling. Get those 3 right and you're halfway there. The system group concept can be a bit tricky, but now you understand the idea. To summarize with the diagram, the biped layer contains only biped nodes. The Ctrl layer holds controllers that animators operate directly. Ctrl Seg layer holds fine detail and twist controllers. Ctrl Seg pin holds pin-style controllers responsible for stretch squash. Init Ctrl holds controllers for adjusting joint positions in figure mode. Modeling layer stores modeling-related nodes. Skin layer stores final skin bone data. System layer holds nodes that just need to exist in the scene and shouldn't be touched by animators. Leave questions in the comments. BipedPlus is built upon this layer system. That wraps up the layer explanation. This has been Otaku Solutions. Thank you.